Temwa, I heard that you really like barbecue. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, of course, I like so much barbecue because like the first time Clara Hutton, she explained to me that I have barbecue and so she take me with her family, we go out to eat barbecue. So it was so amazing. Like so from that day I started liking barbecue.
Have you ever had barbecue anywhere else in the world that you've lived?
No.
Welcome back to Friendlies, everybody. Today, I could not be more excited to be introducing one of the greatest players in the NWSL and honestly the world. She's as unpredictable as she is clinical and a powerful force both on and off the field. She has the ability to transform a team, a game, a league. It's the one and only Kansas City and Malawian star, Temwa Chawinga. Temwa, welcome to Friendlies.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
This episode of Friendlies is brought to you by Verizon, a proud supporter of the global game and the players who inspire us on and off the pitch. As an official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026, Verizon is honored to help share the stories of the world's top players, including the incredible women who are changing the game at every level. Stay tuned for more on how Verizon can get you connected to the game we love. All right, everybody, here is Temwa Chawinga. I'm so excited to have you here and to discuss your journey playing soccer in Africa, Europe, Asia, and now the United States, where you are experiencing truly a wonder of the world, Kansas City BBQ. Temwa, I heard that you really like barbecue. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, of course, I like so much barbecue because like the first time Clara Hutton, she explained to me that I have barbecue and so she take me with her family, we go out to eat barbecue. So it was so amazing. Like so from that day I started liking barbecue.
Have you ever had barbecue anywhere else in the world that you've lived?
No. No, it
There's
was
there's nothing like Kansas City barbecue. What do you
yeah.
order when you go?
I'd order sausage and lamb, like beef lamb, like so I like it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Do you have a favorite place in Kansas City?
No, Vim is my favorite place. Barbecue place is my favorite place.
What a
Yeah.
great answer. I love that. Okay, we are definitely going to come back and talk more about Kansas City. But first, I want to go back to your early days of playing soccer as a kid in Malawi, a small country in southeastern Africa. I read that where you grew up, people didn't really think that soccer was for girls, but you always had a partner in proving people wrong, your sister Tabitha, who started playing before you did. How did your sister inspire you to get into playing?
My sister inspired me a lot because like when she started playing soccer, my mommy didn't allow her. So after that, she would just force himself like, to go after that, and she'll come back home, we'll beat her. So it was like so challenging. After that, like we just allow her. So me also just following her footsteps. So after that, when it was my sister who struggled a lot, me I didn't struggle a lot because like she opened my door because my mommy didn't like maybe refuse me to play soccer anymore because of my sister. She opened the door. So after that, I just following my sister. When she's going to play soccer, me too, I'm following her. So it was so challenging because like a lot of countries in Africa like long time ago, we think maybe soccer is not for girls, it's only for boys. So nowadays, I think things are changing more and more.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also the younger sister. I have an older sister who plays professional soccer. And I felt like growing up that my older sister Christy really paved the way and opened doors for me, just like you said your sister did. She showed me that it was possible to go down this path of playing professional soccer, playing for the national team. As you and your sister Tabitha rose up through the game in Malawi, how did you push each other? Were you competitive?
No, because like she supported me a lot. Like every step I take, like maybe if I was in when I was in Malawi, she supported me a lot because like she left Malawi, she go to Sweden. After that, she was just giving me advice like work hard. It will be a time will come here. Also, you will play here in Sweden. What? So I just like working hard, like maybe every step, like maybe to prove myself that I can do it. So I'm so happy to have a sister like that. Like maybe she supported me a lot in this life.
It's incredible to have somebody in your family who understands what you go through professionally and can give you advice and really relate to your lifestyle. You and your sister are both so dominant on the field. You're both special, dynamic goal scorers. I think my sister Christy and I are pretty similar on the field, but we're so different off the field. Is that true of you and Tabitha too?
Yeah, I think it was like have like different things that when you swing soccer, me I like going out. My sister doesn't go out like glad, but so we are different like in that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Has Tabitha come to visit you in Kansas City?
Not yet, but she's planning to come to visit me.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Are you going to take her out for barbecue?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's incredible. I know that in 2014, when Tabitha was 18 years old, she went off to play in Sweden, where she became the first Malawian woman to ever play for a European team. What did that feel like for you to watch her make this big leap in her career?
Feels so amazing to me because like I know like my sister she's going there. It's also my chance. Like maybe she opened my door. Like maybe I can team will start like maybe knowing me because of my sister. So when she went there in Sweden, I was so happy. Like okay, next time it will be me because like my sister should fight hard for me like there. So when she went there, she started playing there. After that, she told the owner of the team, I have my sister. It's good in soccer. So the owner of the team, we didn't believe her. She said, no, in one family I cannot have like two like amazing like that. What was? So my sister told me, I can do everything. I book her air ticket and make her a visa to come here to make trials. If she will pass through, you pay me back. One of the team, he said, all right, we'll do it ourselves. It means like she's good the way you would tell us and we should give her a chance like she will come here. So it was so amazing like, to have her go there, for her to open the door for me. It was so amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible. What was Sweden like for you the first time you went?
The first time I was to say the truth, I was missing back home. Like I was missing my mom, my dad because I was so young. Like okay, my sister there, but with my mom, with my sister, it was not the same. Like because it was so challenging. Because like she told me in that time, I remember I tell her that I want to go back home. I don't need to stay here. She said no, just work hard. You go back there. You know, do anything. You don't have anything here to do here. Maybe you're finding a little bit money. You're sending it to your mom. You're helping your family or whatever. So just work hard. So after that, I started like working hard. After that, when she left me, she was lefting to go to China.
Yeah.
But I told her, no, I'm going back home. I cannot stay here by myself. So she fight hard. Like maybe she told the owner of the team at Temwa, she said she want to go back home. So after that, we bring someone from Malawi. Also, she's a player, so she can stay with me. Like maybe I can feel like home. Because in that time, I didn't have like a lot of friends. Like it was hard to make friends. So that we bring someone from Malawi. I start staying with her. We start playing together. For her to gain experience, like confidence, like to stay by myself. It is okay.
It must be so difficult, and we're going to get more into this, but you have traveled to so many different countries to play soccer where they speak so many different languages. There's so many different cultures. When you and Tabitha were in Sweden together, I imagine that was really helpful to have somebody who knew you, not just in your family, but understood where you came from. I feel like when you were both there together as well, you were representing kind of your whole nation. You were the first players to play in Europe from Malawi. Did that feel like a responsibility to you to represent Malawi? And how did that maybe change the way you approached your game?
To us, it feel like amazing because like we put our country in the map because like a lot of country we didn't know that we have Malawi or what. So after that, I go to Sweden. People started knowing that we have Malawi. Like, we start searching players from Malawi. So it was so amazing. Like maybe it opened the door for another players. Like maybe and start going to Europe to another countries to play there soccer. So it was so amazing to us like to open the doors for another people.
It's such an incredible opportunity and really cool to kind of pave the way for other Malawian players in that way. It's kind of similar to what Tabitha did for you. I know you mentioned that your sister then went to go play in China, and you made that move as well in 2020. You went on to play there for 3 years. How did you find yourself adjusting to yet another change, another language, another country, another style of play? How did you adapt to that on the field?
Yeah, in that time, like because the owner of the team at time was giving me the contract, so I sent the contract. So they call me that, but we have a team, like we need to buy you from China. So I said, yeah, I don't know, I should discuss with my sister first. However, I call my sister, she asked me which team we're coming because like, yes, the life is difficult. Because we don't speak English, a lot of people don't speak English. So which team are you going? However, to start searching, after that, I tell her, I said, okay, if you know that you can do it, come because I'm here, so but it's not near, it's too far to visit each other, it will be so difficult. It was also like the time for COVID-19, what.
Yeah.
But I said, all right, I'll try my best. After that, I told the owner of the team that, okay, I'll make this deal, I'll go to China. After that, I will go to China. It was 2019, I go to China. That time it was COVID-19, it was so hard, like maybe I looked down in the city, maybe I didn't go out, I was just home. without going out because of COVID-19 lockdown. I cannot go back Malawi. In Malawi, I was just in China in that time. My sister went back. She was just calling me that, are you okay? What about me? I'm back home. What? So it was so challenging to me. But I just getting experience by myself, like, okay, I can live myself here. My sister, every time she call me, she ask me, just be careful. Don't go out a lot. Don't get COVID-19 there. It's so hard, like, to live. I learned a lot in that time for COVID-19. I learned a lot. It was so difficult.
Gosh. Yeah, what an incredibly difficult time to be away from home, by yourself during a global pandemic. That's unbelievable, obviously, and luckily you got through that time with your team, and it seems like you were able to really settle in and play your best in Wuhan. You scored 51 goals for your club in 2023, becoming the top goal scorer in the world across all professional leagues, male and female. But 2023 was also the year that you chose to leave the Chinese Super League. How did you know it was time for you to move on?
It was a big challenge. I went to accept this deal. My agent come up to me to tell me that, okay, I have a team in USA. Do you want to? Oh, but I sit down like, okay. I was in Sweden. I make friends there. I left. I go to China. It was hard to make friends again. So now I need to left again in China to go USA. To make friends will be hard for me. So I tell my agent, like, okay, give me a time first. I'll think. Well, in that time also, like, my club in China was giving me a contract. So I said, okay, I should think first. I called my sister. I explained to my sister. So my sister said, this decision is up to you. I'll just give advice, but decision is up to you. You will choose yourself. If you want to stay, you can stay. But to me, I want you to go to another country to experience another level of soccer. So that I said, all right, I understand. But I sit down with my agent. I tell her, okay, I'll go there. I'll try. If it can work out for me or not. So for my agent said, all right, I start making a deal. I should come here. I travel back, I go from China, I go to Malawi. I was just waiting for my visa to come here. After that, like, we arrange everything. I get my visa, I come here. People receive me well, the coach, the staff, the players receive me well. So it was so amazing. In that time, I didn't have any friend. Like, I was just quiet. Like, I started making friends little by little. So I was quite afraid. I remember coach told me that, you should just be open up, talk to everyone. It's okay. Don't feel shy or what. I remember like Hutton and Law starting talking to me a lot. Like, she's so amazing. Law and Kevin are so amazing. Like, it helped me a lot. Like, to settle down here. It helped me a lot.
That is amazing. Lo and Claire are both very special people. I want to go back just a little bit, Temwa, because I feel like it's becoming so clear to me that you talk to your sister Tabitha all the time on the phone and that she has really helped guide you through your career. I think that this decision to come to the US was the first time that you did something really different from her. She, at the time that you came to Kansas City, Tabitha was heading to play in France with PSG. It reminds me of when my career first really diverged from my sister's. It was when I went off to college. I went far away from home to go play college soccer. And it gave me a real sense of like independence, that maybe I could make a decision that was best for me and almost get out of her shadow a little bit, is an expression we use a lot. How was this for you? Did you think about the fact that this was kind of the first time Tabitha hadn't been to the country you were going to play in yet?
I remember in China when we were playing different teams. After that, she come to our team. Like, we start playing together in the same team. But when she left to go to Inter Milan for loan, she went there. I stayed by myself in China. After that, like, she come back again. She went to PSG. So that when opportunity come up for me to come here in USA, after that she discussed with me. She told me everything that, you know me, I will not be there. So she'll grow up, she'll be herself. Like, we'll be talking on the phone, but it's not like the same when I was in China. We can meet in the game, we can talk, what like that. It will not be the same. There will be by herself. So she'll grow up, she'll make your mind, like, you should make your decision that this is my decision, I'm taking the decision. But I need to grow up myself because I don't need, like, just to be same my country with my sister, to be depending on my sister. Like, okay, if I have a problem to call my sister or not, I need, like, to go there to be myself. I should grow up myself. Like, said, all right, this decision is good for you. Go there and make it. So I said, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I know the story of that really resonates with me just also being a little sister, kind of
Yeah.
making that decision to do what was best for you in that moment, even though it was kind of uncharted territory for you. So
Yeah.
you make the move to the NWSL, to the Kansas City Current. What were your first conversations like with the Current, and what about the NWSL made you want to come play here?
Because my agent told me that it's one of the top league, so she go there and shine out there. Because here in Asian country, you do it for 3 years, you do it. So there, I believe in you. You can do it there also. So I said, all right, I'm taking this challenge. I need to do it. I come here. The first preseason training, I remember, like, you told me, like, a lot of players, you told me that, you're strong, but you should be more strong because this league is so tough. Because a lot of players that our team will tell me, this league is so tough, so you should be more strong. You should prepare yourself because this league is so tough. So I said, all right, I'll try my best to prepare myself to be strong. So, like, a lot of support, like Vanessa, Law, Hutton, like, a lot of players support me a lot in this team, like, coach, like, they explain to me, like, this league, the way it is. So it was so challenging. Like the first game I remember, like I come from bench. It was like so different in China. Like the way here people will love soccer. It's not the same like in China and Sweden. No, here like every stadium can be full of supporters. The fans will support you a lot. So it was so amazing to me. The first game like to play at home, like the whole fans. I showed myself. I had to play the game. Vlatko will come out to me, Vanessa come out to me to tell me that you played well, just work hard, like prepare yourself. Each game like you should prove yourself, like you should be there on top. I said, all right, I'll try my best like to do the way you're telling me. Like was like we stay in this league since long time ago, we know like every step I take, like so they helped me a lot, like maybe to do in this league.
That makes so much sense. Can you also just again, like you've traveled so many different places and done so many things. You've experienced so many different cultures through this game. Did you feel scared to come to the US and come to Kansas City? Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was so nervous, like say the truth. Like that time I was so like I didn't know the culture of here. I didn't know anything about USA. It was my first time like maybe to come here. To say the truth, like to me it was so amazing the way they received me here, like maybe the technical panel, the players. It was so amazing. Like I didn't miss that home anymore. Like I said, look, I have like new family here now. It is okay. I'll stay here. I'll do whatever. Because I was planning, like, I was planning just I'll play for 2 seasons. After that, I tell my agent, no, I like this team. I'll stay. I'll
Oh.
do it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. You've mentioned
Yeah.
so many of your teammates already, LaBonta, Claire Hutton, Vanessa DiBernardo.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a story about getting introduced to the team and how players like that made you feel so comfortable so quickly?
If you feel comfortable so quickly, because, like, say to each game, like, you are playing each game, like, if I'll not score, Vanessa or Laura will come, like, if I miss the chance, will come up to me to tell me that, don't worry, the goal will come, try again. Like, so that player, like, maybe if you give me a ball I miss, you don't, like, shout at me or what. No, you just come up to me to give me advice, like, okay, Temwa, next time do like this, do like this. A goal will come, don't worry. Just focus like that. So it's so amazing to have, like, supportive player, like teammate like that is so amazing. Like to be say the truth, I've never experienced that love in every team I travel in China, in Sweden. Never in this team like it's so amazing. Players we support each other like a lot.
That is so amazing to hear that it's really that kind of supportive culture within the team that has made Kansas City feel like home to you. I know that you and the Kansas City Current have also worked together to address issues of hygiene and clean water in Malawi. Could you tell us a little bit about that project that you've worked on and kind of what that has meant to you?
That project meant to me a lot, like because I grew up in Malawi and I grew up in rural area, so I know like the challenging the people we face, the challenging because me too I pass through the same thing. So when Freshwater International find me, like maybe we need you to work with us, what? So I said, all right. But I discussed with him. I said, all right, it's okay to me to work with you because this project is going back home. I hope my Malawian people will finding like clean water. So for that, we start working. We go in Malawi. When I went to Malawi holiday, we went to the school to put like clean water and borehole water like that. So it was so amazing to me, like maybe to give back my home country, like to people to start like maybe finding clean water like that. So it was so amazing, like fresh water international to find me to work with them, like maybe to give back in Malawi to people.
That's amazing. What an incredible thing that you and Kansas City are doing. I know that the club has been so supportive, but also that the fans have really embraced you. Even before Kansas City was dominant and in first place, I feel like your team was known for a really loyal fan base. And now, of course, you play at the legendary CPKC Stadium. Temwa, what stands out to you about the fans in Kansas City that makes them unlike any fans you've played in front of before?
Yeah, it's so amazing. Like if you go to the stadium, you find the stadium is so full, like people you don't care if maybe you draw the game, you lose. Next game will come to support the team. Like so, it's so amazing. Like to have like fans like that. If maybe you go out, we'll meet some fans, like maybe we'll recognize you, we'll stop you, to chat with you, to talk with you. If maybe when you're away games, you watch on TV, after when you come back, you meet them in, like maybe downtown, like maybe in Plaza, we'll stop you, tell that it was so amazing that game, what like that. So it's so good, like people to know you. Because in China, people like maybe can walk in street, whatever, cannot know you. Because like you don't like watch soccer, a lot of people. But yeah, so amazing. And maybe if you go in downtown, you go to Plaza, you cannot like pass without someone noticing you, like maybe stop you to chat with you, to talk with you. So it's so amazing. And maybe to have like fans like that, like maybe to follow soccer like that. And maybe if you are not home, you are not playing at home, you travel to go to another city. They're still watching on TV, like following up the team, like how they're doing, like that. So it's so
Yeah.
amazing to have fans like that.
Yeah, fans who are really engaged with the team and the players. And I feel like kind of what you're saying is that everywhere you go, it feels like the Kansas City Current are known. And the
Yeah.
fans, there are fans everywhere all over the city.
Everyone,
Like the team and the city are really, you know, they overlap. There's like a lot
yeah.
of recognition there. And I feel the same way about Kansas City as a place and about Kansas City's fans. They're so engaged and so passionate about the players. I want to talk to you about your play on the field, Temwa. On the field, you're everywhere. It feels every time you're near the ball that it's a dangerous opportunity, but you're also really great defensively. You know exactly where you're needed. And you also just look like you're having fun out there. Every time I see you, you have a big smile. I know it's such hard work and there's so many things to think about, but how do you feel when you're playing? Do you feel free? Do you feel happy? Talk to us about your emotions on the field.
Yeah, to play under Vlatko, to say the truth, I enjoy a lot because like it doesn't shout. It just tell you like do whatever you want to do in the field, help the team, like to each player you tell them like that. So to our team, to say the truth, like we don't have that this is striker, this is a midfielder, this is a defender. No. Every player should find himself like maybe if we both we take another team will take a ball from us, we are going to score, every player should go back to defense. So our teams like that, like maybe we are a unit, like maybe we know what we want in this season. Like we are doing everything possible. Like if we take a ball in us, we are going to score. Every player should land back to defend. If we are going to attack, any player should go to attack like that. So it's so amazing to have like that kind of a team. Like we know what we want. We don't care that I'm midfielder, I'm forward. No, we don't care. Just land, help your defender, help to defend the team. It's so amazing. And maybe to work under Vlatko was like an amazing coach. Like he doesn't care like what we are doing. Like just focus on us, like to tell us like, okay, if you lose the ball, each player should land back and defend like that. So it's so amazing.
I know. I love hearing you talk about Vlatko. I played for Vlatko for the national team a few years ago, so I'm very familiar with his coaching. And a couple weekends ago, I watched you, again,
Yeah.
a player in the Golden Boot race, one of the league's leading goal scorers. You chased back so far on defense, full speed. You made a tackle in your own defensive box. It was a play that, in my head, I could almost hear that Vlatko would have coached that. Like, of course, you have incredible footballing instincts, but I joked about it on this podcast that something Vlatko says all the time is don't count numbers in moments of transition.
Yeah.
Everybody sprints
Yeah.
back. And it's just like this coaching ism that Vlatko has really instilled in all players that play for him. It sounds like you feel like you're learning a lot from him as a coach. What has that experience been like to grow your game here with a new style of play under a manager like Vlatko?
It was so like I'm learning a lot, and the first time it was so challenging. Like I remember in China, another game I was playing like defender, whatever, putting like a defender, whatever, like that. So when I come back here, I didn't know like put me which position, like how about you put me in number 11, whatever. So I said, oh, okay. If you put me in number 11, it means like it's so potential in me, like maybe that's why he put me in this position because it's a coach, like he know like what to put this player to be in this position because they can see like this player can manage in this position and do it. How about I just accept the challenge that okay, you give me this position, I should try my best, like I should work hard, like maybe to show that I can do it. So to work under her, it's so amazing because like it teaches us a lot to do in the field, like a lot. Like I learn a lot, like the things that maybe in future help my national team because like the way I learn in Vlatko, I help my national team.
Yeah, so you're saying you're learning so much and you're learning that there's more than one way of doing everything, that
Do it,
playing a different position can bring new things out of you. I
new
think
thing,
that's
yeah.
amazing. As much as you've adapted so seamlessly to the NWSL, it feels like the league is still trying to adapt or keep up with you. You set a record in your first season last year, becoming the first player to score 20 goals in a single season. You won the Golden Boot and you were voted MVP. And then, just for people who don't know, the MVP award is decided by team owners, the media, coaches, and then, of course, Temwa, your fellow players. And I think it's so incredible that you started your story with your sister in Malawi, knowing you were great there, but waiting kind of for the rest of the world to see and recognize you. And then you've come to another new country, and immediately in your first year in the league, a really, really good league, you're recognized for your hard work, your humility, your skill. What did it mean to you to win MVP your first season here?
It means a lot to me, like to say the truth, without my teammate, without the technical panel, without the owner of the team, I was nothing. Like they helped me a lot. In each step, they helped me a lot. Like in each game, like they will tell me what to do, the captain law, the Nesa, like a lot of players will tell me, like, Temwa, do like this season to be your season. Like we need you to take a top goal scorer. Like I remember in that time, like I was behind, I was like I think it was 4 game or 3 games I didn't score any goal at what. Lo come out to me, don't worry, we start scoring. Vanessa also come out to me to tell me the same thing. I received a call from my sister telling me that don't worry, just work hard. I know that you start scoring soon. After that I start scoring like maybe so say the truth. I didn't achieve this thing by myself, but for my teammates they helped me a lot and maybe to achieve the MVP, top goal scorer, like maybe to know in this league because of my teammate. They helped me a lot last season. And this season, we're doing the same thing. They helped me a lot. Like maybe to do stuff. Like maybe they teach me last season what to do. This season also, we know like people be starting noticing me the way I play. What they're starting to tell me again like what to do. Like so, I'm so special. Like, maybe to have that kind of support in the team.
That's amazing to have that kind of support from your teammates. I think there's also a ton of support for you around the league in that you're playing alongside other stars from Africa, like Barbara Banda, Rachel Kundananji, Asisat Oshwala. In addition to representing your teams, does it add any extra pressure to feel like all of you are representing players from Africa? Or do you kind of, when you play against them and see each other out there, do you kind of feel a sense of camaraderie with them?
That's a bit true. I don't feel any pressure. Like, maybe we know like Baba, she's from Zambia, I'm from Malawi. Ashwa is from Nigeria. We know that we're representing Africa, putting Africa in the map. Like people will starting knowing that Africa. People were starting knowing Zambia because of Barbara Banda, because of Lecho Kudananji. People were starting knowing Malawi in USA because of me. Like so amazing. Maybe to have like African players. We support each and other here. Like African players, maybe we talk after a game, like maybe we chat, like that. Like so amazing to have players from African, like maybe so amazing because we feel at home here when we meet each and other, like maybe in the game. We talk, we feel at home because like in Zambia and Malawi we speak like similar language, so it's so amazing. When maybe if we meet Eshukudana, it seems
Yeah.
like we chat. If I meet Baba Banda, we chat like that. So it's so amazing. Maybe to have people, players from African in here in this league.
Yeah, it is amazing. It has grown our league so much to have, more players from all over the world coming and joining. We also were watching the Women's Africa Cup of Nations this past summer. There were some great crowds, some really great games. I know that Malawi didn't qualify, so you weren't at that tournament, but when you do look to the future for Malawi, what are your dreams for your national team?
So the truth nowadays, like we have a lot of players nowadays. We start going out. Like we have like Fefin Zim, which is in Sweden now. We have lots of the Canteres is in France. We have a lot of players there in Europe now. They are playing, like, so we have a future in national team. We know, like, this year we are playing qualifiers, like we are playing with Angola, so we know like what we want. We need to qualify to go to AFCON. So each player we know like we need to make history. It will be our first time when we qualify to go there. It will be our first time, so we need to work hard as a team, as a national team, like maybe to qualify to go there because like we have a lot of talent. We have young players like they're coming up. It's up to us, like our generation here now, like maybe to start to qualify national team to go to AFCON. So I think this year we'll try our best, whatever we take to qualify this year, we'll try our best like to qualify to go to AFCON.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of up and coming talent in Malawi who are really following in you and your sister's footsteps, traveling to other countries to play professionally. And of course, that development of them as individuals will help the Malawian national team. I
Yeah.
think it's incredible, Temwa, to think about this journey that you've been on and really that you have so much more to do in this game. There are hundreds more goals that you're going to score, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
when you think back to growing up in Malawi, it was really just you and your sister, and you looked up to her. She was your role model. And
Yeah.
now you are that role model to a lot of these young aspiring players in Malawi. What
Yeah.
does that legacy and what does what you're building for your career as a player mean to you that you get to give back to your home country in this way?
It means a lot, like maybe to have like young generation to be looking up to be a model like me to be, because I didn't know like I can be here nowadays. I'm playing soccer in this country, playing like maybe to travel around the world like that. I didn't know like my aim was just like, oh, I'm playing this soccer for fun. Like maybe I don't know like if I can be professional, but I didn't know anything. But I'm just giving them advice that maybe you should not give up in this life. Like you don't know like God had planned for you. Like me, if I maybe I can give up so quick, if I can listen to my mom, I cannot be here. I can just be in Malawi now because like I didn't listen to my mom. My sister also didn't listen to my mom just for what know what I can do. You're just playing soccer. Me too, the same thing. To just follow your dreams, like than like to follow your parents you want. Like maybe if you want to be a doctor, maybe you don't need to be a doctor. Just like you're passionate to soccer. It's like you just be focused to soccer like that. So when us like you start playing soccer, to say the truth, it was so challenging. Like maybe we didn't have support to our mom, to our dad like that, but we forced ourselves like that. So nowadays we are here, we just support us, we are happy for us like that. So I'm just giving like young generation, we are coming up, just for your dreams, do what you can do. Like listen to our parents, but when you know that this your parents, they are telling you it's not your dream, just for your dream, like you make it happen.
That's amazing, Temwa. It's really really wonderful to hear that you have been such a pioneer for the game for women and girls and all players in Malawi, and it's so incredible that we get to experience your goal scoring ability and just the energy and love that you bring for the game here in the NWSL. I'm a huge fan of yours, and I feel like I'm an even bigger fan now that we just got to speak. So thank you so much for coming on the show. It was so great to talk to you, and good luck with the rest of the season with Kansas City.
Thank you so much, I really appreciate.
Yeah, of course. I'll be cheering for you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you all so much for listening. I am so happy that we got to have Temwa on the show, and I really loved getting to know her. She's such an asset to our league with her goal scoring ability, and I especially loved hearing about her initiatives to send resources home to Malawi. It also was so cute when she was like, every barbecue place is my favorite place. I have a new dream of getting barbecue with Temwa. Before we let you go, we've got our linked up voicemail of the week presented by Verizon. Each week, we want to hear from you. So call and leave us a voicemail at 855-611-4050, and you could be featured on a future episode of Friendlies. Here's our caller this week.
Hey, Sam, Lynn, and Becky. It's Adam calling from Durham, North Carolina. Courage Country. I think Sebekin is an okay name, but I think Blam is a much better name. And then if you're allowed to include Biondolo, you could get Blammo, which is a really good name for all three of you. Anyway, love the show. Thanks.
Adam, are you hired as our new marketing manager? Blammo it is. For those of you who don't know what me and Adam are talking about, Becky, Lynn, and I combined our names into one on a recent episode of Good Vibes. We came up with Sebekin, and it's just become kind of a pretty essential piece of Good Vibes lore. But upon reflection and upon hearing Adam's message, Sebekin is just okay. Blammo is very special and it really means a lot to me. So, Adam, I'm going to run this one up the flagpole and see if we can get an official nickname change. Thank you so much for calling in. That was our linked up voicemail of the week presented by Verizon. If you want to join us for this segment, the banana phone is open. Give me a call at 855-611-4050. Leave a message, ask me a question, and you could be the next featured listener thanks to our friends at Verizon. Next week's guest on the podcast has just made the move from the NWSL to Newcastle United in the WSL2. It's Morgan Gautrat. Morgan and I were teammates starting from when we were like 15 years old, and we have so much to talk about. Thank you all so much for listening. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel or podcast feed, and check out our newsletter. It gets delivered to your inbox every Tuesday with all the news you need to know from around the women's soccer world. Thank you all so much for being here, and we'll see you soon.